Trackmania car is cool, but, and then the thumbnail says, keyboard sucks now, lol, sorry. So let's take a look. I'm interested. Let's see.
Today it is the 26th of February 2024, and tomorrow, Trackmania as we know it might change forever, as the developers have announced two big updates that fundamentally
Stop. Need to pause the music here as well.
will change how the game is played, starting with a new car being added to the game. The rally car, I say.
Oh, that's perfect. He's literally doing an update breakdown. So if you guys don't know what it's about, Wirtual is literally explaining it for me. And I can chill.
New car, perhaps I should say old car. This car used to exist in the first ever Trackmania game 20 years ago. And as part of the 20-year anniversary,
Which
this car,
played, yes.
the snow car, which you may have already seen, and the desert car are being added. And we've gotten some initial...
Also, stop. Virtual cameras on the left. That's a bit yuck. Let me quickly put my camera back into the corner here.
Gameplay here from the car. You can see how it looks like. This will come out tomorrow, and with it, a campaign of 25 maps. I'll discover it all on my stream, and perhaps by the time you're watching this, I'll already be live checking out how it works and what is possible with it.
And of course, on a day like this, everybody is going live
today,
in Trackmania.
which input device is best with this car?
Yeah.
What we know about
guys,
the rally car from before is that it's very sensitive to your input.
Let's also analyze what Wirtual is saying, because Wirtual is of course not really someone who's like too invested into the other Trackmania games. Like he's been a stadium player for most of the time being. So let's see what he's
about the rally
how
car
he's
from
explaining the
before
car.
is that it's very sensitive to your input. A small steering movement in real life will cause a big steering movement in game, and so this immediately makes people think keyboard might not be that good, but we'll have to see tomorrow. We don't know yet, but the community is quite concerned about what keyboard players will do now to stay competitive. That aside, gameplay-wise, this car looks really fun. You got wobbles here on wood, and the
wood looks really cool. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest.
As well. It looks cool. It looks fun. It looks arcadey. It feels fresh. It feels, you know, enjoyable. The only thing I'm concerned about is how viable it is going to be competitively.
The thing is, like, you don't have to be concerned, Virtual, because it's like a confirmed thing that it's not going to be viable. It's nothing you have to be concerned about. It's basically confirmed already that it's going to be full mud.
It's not just the car. The big discussion is about this right here. The action key update, which was published today, only a few hours ago, and it reads as follows. A new action key feature developed for the new snow and rally cars will be released as an experimentation with tomorrow's update. For all new cars, the action key feature will now work as a
You know what's kind of funny? Virtual was recording this. Like, you know, he wasn't streaming this, he was recording. But people were on his offline chat and chatted there, I think.
Range instead of a clamp for analog devices.
So we now have the virtual offline chat. Fantastic.
I'm going to show you with a beautiful drawing I made.
Ach du Scheiße.
The green line is how action keys used to work, where you would bind your device to action key 3. It can't steer more than 60%. So if you ever exceed 60% sideways, it'll just ignore any value above 60%. That's where you see the dotted line.
Which is super dumb, to be honest. I don't know why it ever was like that.
Make it so that to reach 60%, you'd have to turn your device all the way to the side. That's when you hit 60%.
Yeah.
And the entire range now goes from 0 to 60.
I wish Virtual would touch me the way he touches his joystick. That
halfway, that would then be 30%. If you bind a range that goes from 0 to 40, then halfway would be 20%, and so on. And this gives you so much.
My input device is GranaDy. The GranaDy.
Much more precision in comparison to what you usually have.
The reaction.
And keyboard players are concerned because this change does not apply to them.
Don't send it to Virtual.
Applies to analog device players. So controller, joystick, steering wheel, even analog keyboard, if you will.
Yes.
And the reason this is so important as well is that the rally car thrives under these conditions with really smooth input. The rally car, you really want to prevent sliding.
This is played interesting. This is played with you don't see the inputs. Scheiße. Okay, I have to go middle real quick. The inputs you see here, like the record is by Phil. Phil is like an old friend of mine. This is with Pet, by the way.
Steering in between 0 and 45% usually.
At
So if you
least I
steer
think
more
so.
than
He
that,
always used to play
then
with
the
pet, at
car
least.
starts to slide and you lose speed. So if you look at the input display top right, this is a world record.
Which still doesn't change the fact that you need like giga smooth steering, of course. But it just shows that like pet players who played Rally back in the days in Trackmania United, they got like so good at smooth steering. It's like if you want to learn smooth steering, then Rally is great for you if you play with pet.
Given campaign map.
This is like Shadowcrancer semi-fine level.
You could absolutely not do this on a keyboard. You might get some approximation.
That's true.
And get
Like
a
on
top
keyboard,
100 here and
of
there,
course.
but the world records will belong to the analog device players. And
True.
maybe
Unless it's like, except for like maybe there are some LOL maps or like XDD things, kacky kind of stuff, that will probably be fine. But like on almost all rally maps,
that's okay. Maybe that's
you know,
the new direction the game will take. But traditionally,
where's the rally timer? Scheiße. You know what? Let me quickly copy it. Peng. And peng. Copy. Peng. 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 There we go. Now we have the rally timer.
Been very balanced between keyboard and control.
Also, I can go back into the corner. Man. This is exhausting here. Webcam, zack. Alright, here we are.
And several changes have been made historically to reduce the areas where keyboard has been overpowered, such as on ice. They removed a lot of ice wiggles because they were better for keyboard players. Water bounces.
The thing is, they removed, like they kind of removed. Yes, it was better for keyboard players, but it was also just because it was like fully action key dependent, which is also. But to be honest, now that you think about it, it also doesn't really make sense because now you also need action keys for for rally. I don't know. Like back in the days, they removed it. It was not really because it was for keyboard players. It was rather because you needed action keys. And it was like action key piano of doom, you know. But now it's like the opposite
better for
again.
keyboard players.
It's not Nadeo logic. Like it
now we
sense.
have a future now with rally car and snow car where it seems more and more like analog is king. And I've been trying to learn analog devices. I have a flight stick. I have a keyboard with analog steering. And I think it can work, but it does suck to play a device for 10 years and feel like, oh, this is no longer viable. This has suddenly been disenfranchised. I have to learn something new. But maybe we'll have to adapt. Maybe they'll add something. I do not know. But what's really interesting about this change is looking a little back, because 3 months ago, give or take in November, I did these exact changes on my own. Right after the snow car released, I made a thread to talk about this, where I beat a world record on one of the snow discovery maps with a custom steering range from 0 to 60%, which looked like this.
Yeah, but that's illegal. That's still illegal. So the thing is... Stop. The thing is, the current thing that will get put into the game is this. But not like something like this. So the thing is, even now, this would be illegal because it's not the exact same thing. And back then, it was also illegal.
And the goal of it was to basically half my steering, much like the range I just showed you, so that I could be more precise. I've already played with this, and I can tell you, it is more enjoyable. It's more controllable as well.
The thing is though, like let's imagine Nadeo would allow slow-mowing next year. It would still mean that Riolu cheated for 10 years because at the time it was not allowed.
It'll make the game better for casual players.
Doesn't matter if
if it's
something that was forbidden will get allowed. If you did it while it was forbidden, then it still wasn't allowed.
People will not seek out external software to do this on their own. A lot of Xbox controllers, the top of the line ones, the Thrustmaster controllers, Logitech steering wheels, Wu-Tang keyboard.
Now we're not really at the action key discussion anymore. We are back at the custom curve discussion. I didn't really think that that's gonna appear in the video.
They are all trying to add software like this
start waffling about
to
that
give you
again.
better control. They all have these things natively within their software. And so Nadeo adding these similar features in-game and making these legal is a great thing, because then you can compete whether you have a $20 controller or a $300 one. Same for steering wheel, same for joysticks. It's going to balance the field for analog devices between each other. But keyboard is kind of...
It seems like Wirtual barely got the curve. Without drifting too much into the custom action key drama things, he perfectly got the curve to what the actual problem is
just
right now.
Left, you know, if you've seen that meme with the mom holding the child over the water, being all smiley, and that's analog players. and then there's a skeleton in a chair holding
Wait,
the child.
that's my meme.
Left, analog devices between each other. But keyboard is kind of just left, if you've seen that meme with the mom holding the child over the water.
Yeah, it's
being
my
all
meme.
Smiley.
Hey, it's my meme. Stop. Where are my credits? This is my meme. I posted this yesterday. I posted it here. No, stop. Here. That's my meme. Where are my credits? Really mad. I also posted it on Reddit. I need to check it on Reddit later.
And that's analog
That's
players.
the video.
And then there's a skeleton in a chair underwater drowning. Keyboard players, you know what I mean. So
It's pretty accurate.
But basically,
pretty accurate.
We are living in such a different time now because this run that I drove, what is going on? This run that I drove was removed for being illegal.
Yeah, because it was illegal.
But tomorrow, playing with basically the same settings, this is going to be allowed. And it's kind of crazy to see how different the game might be now with these changes.
The thing is, it's not the same though. Like, you saw the curve earlier. It is not the exact same. The thing is, like, even though the curve he made is like very similar to what we're gonna have now, it's still not the same. And even slightly altering, like even if you do a custom one from 0 to 59%, which is gonna be pretty much the same in game, it's still
what's
not
gonna be the action key meta for each car? Are you gonna have like different?
Yeah, of course. Like, the difference isn't that big. I get that. Like, of course. Like, I know. I also don't think Wirtual means it like that. Like, he means it like that he almost did the same what is allowed now, and that it got removed for that. Like, I get what he means. He isn't saying that you can now do like a custom curve which is like that. I know. But it's still kind of funny.
Being optimal for certain maps. It's going to be a huge change.
That's
gameplay wise.
Yep.
And even top players like GranaDy, who already uses a steering wheel, is going to see a huge benefit, I think, from limiting his range for certain parts.
Yeah, the thing is, I thought about using it. Like, on Rally, I could also use it to limit it to like 80% on Rally, but I don't think I will. I don't really need that. Like, but it's also different as a wheel player. Like, for like pet players, it might be different again, but like for wheel, yeah, nee. Maybe I will try it out, but I don't think I have that many benefits. Also because, of course, I'm like used to the rally car already. Like, new wheel players, like let's say Alexi, for example. Alexi, who started playing wheel like with the snow car update, he got like really good at snow, and he didn't really play rally yet. It might be better for him to play with action keys, to basically get to learn the car faster, but in the ending, you will not be much better with that. It's maybe just to help to learn it faster. But if you already learned it the normal way, then you don't really need it.
I really hope they do add something to help keyboard players. It is going to be a bit despair. If not,
what is this? Wow, it's the Birdie guy. Hello guys, my name is Birdie, and I stopped my Trackmania stream 1 hour before the biggest Trackmania update in the history. What is it, Coffee Buster? Chat, can you please stop spamming in the chat? I'm trying to pay attention to this high-level gameplay only brought to you by the best Turkish-French player in the world, but you keep spamming chat and it's affecting my ability to watch the stream. Thank you. Good focus. Thank you very much, Birdie. I hope you had a beautiful and great stream. Thank you. We're currently reacting to the Wirtual video. Yeah, Figure, it's okay. And yeah, just seeing.
They just posted this a few hours ago, and I had a bit of a look at the reactions. I think top comment that I've seen goes to Aris here, who says keyboard players after the update posting
but I have
McDonald's
the top retweet,
job
right?
application.
Virtual?
Found that humorous. A lot of people are asking
I have the
what
top
will you do for
retweet,
keyboard,
right?
But we haven't gotten any answers yet. I do to hope.
Yeah, nothing. The answer is nothing.
I think that Nadeo are trying their best to.
The thing is, I also think it's the same as what Shorty said yesterday, which is that they know that keyboard players are the ones who are the most affected by the smooth steering required. But the only logical answer is that they just couldn't figure anything out which is like helpful and not breaking the game. And I mean, Shorty is in the alpha, so he knows a little bit more as well, and yeah.
To keep keyboard,
like they probably tried and just couldn't really figure anything out.
For players
doesn't
like
mean,
me,
of course, that there won't be anything in the future which will help keyboard players, but for now, they intentionally didn't do anything.
More and more of that I wanna adapt as well if that's what it takes, and I'll try tomorrow on my stream and see how I feel about it. Going through the campaign, learning how to no slide better. and we'll see how it works. I also posted a meme. This is my initial prediction. We'll see if it remains true or not, whether keyboard players really are being thrown out the window. But time will tell. I do hope that I won't look back at this video and find myself naive, but we'll see. Tomorrow we'll get the answers. Big changes are coming, and hopefully they are for the better. Guys, that's all I have for you today. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
But overall, pretty much everything he said is true. Of course, like he drifted a little bit into the custom curve dingsbums, of course, but even there, I know what he meant. Of course, for him, it's like a little bit funny now that what he almost at least did a couple of months ago and got called out for it for cheating and also got a warning is now like illegal in the game. Is now legally in the game, but yeah, it doesn't really change anything though. Like just because it's allowed now doesn't really change the fact that it wasn't allowed back then. So yeah, but overall, he explained it nicely, I would say.